let's just jump right in. First thing I'm going to do is going to take my Jergens Soothing Aloe Moisturizer, and I'm just going to apply this to my face. And an important step in the moisturizing process is to apply the moisturizer underneath your eyes. I find that this just helps to decrease the look of bags and discoloration under my eyes. Some people use eye creams. It doesn't totally matter what you use. I'm just going to. So once you've finished putting that on, I'm taking my Rimmel Match Perfection foundation, and I'm just going to apply this everywhere. Wearing foundation, especially if you have a duller colored face, is just going to help brighten your face in general, especially if you're using just almost like, not a lighter colored foundation, but kind of a bright colored foundation, if that makes any sense. This is just, this color foundation is in my Rimmel one is very, it's light and bright and makes my face look bright. The next thing I'm going to do is take my brow comb, and I'm just going to comb out my brows and shape them. And just like that. Next thing I'm going to do is take my e.l.f. concealer, and my camera doesn't focus very well. It's my tone correcting concealer, and I'm just going to apply that to some areas that I get a little more redness in. This foundation has pretty good coverage, so I don't need to use a whole lot of concealer, and I don't have tons of breakouts necessarily right now. So I'm just going to apply that there. And just pat that in. Next, I'm going to take my e.l.f. Under Eye Concealer and Highlighter. I love this product. It completely gets rid of my under eye circles. And I'm going to start by taking the concealer part of that, and I'm going to apply that on the like around my bag, on the edges of the bag. You don't want to put any concealer like directly over the bag necessarily, because it's just going to amplify the look of your bag. So what you're just going to do is you're going to pat this around and continually pat this around. I ended up having to use multiple fingers because I had a lot of product on my face. Make sure to get the inner corners and the outer corners of your eye as well. The next thing I'm going to do is take my highlighter portion, and we're just going to put a couple dots directly underneath your eye. And if you have eyes like mine, you get a lot of darkness directly underneath your eye. So this just really helps to lighten up that area there. Next thing I'm going to do is take my e.l.f. Duo Eyeshadow Cream, and I'm going to take this lighter color. This is the Mocha Swirl palette, I believe. And I'm just going to apply this with my fingers because it warms up the cream shadow much better than a brush would. And I just think that it just looks better applied with the fingertips. I'm going to apply this all over my lid and up into the crease as well. This is going to be our main shadow here. I don't put a powder, like a powdery shadow over that, because I like the reflective properties of this shadow. I feel like it is very eye brightening because it's got just a little bit of like a metallic look to it almost, because it kind of changes color in the light. So just apply that all over your lid. It's going to look a lot like that. Now we're going to take the L'Oreal HIP little duo. This is in animated, and we're going to use the bright white color in this palette because we really want to use a really brightly pigmented white because of where we're going to be putting it. I take my small precision brush from e.l.f. I find that this works absolutely perfectly for this, and it's got a tip like that. So we're going to take that white shadow, and we are actually going to apply this to the inner corners of our eye, and then towards like a liner, we're going to put that all the way to the middle of our eye, like you're about to see here. And this really just enhances and brightens the eyes. I kind of try to do this in my everyday looks. So we're just going to pat that on there. So any pigmented white you can find is going to work well, as long as it's a really bright white and not a dull white, because we are wanting to brighten the eyes. So now we're going to take this the e.l.f. Defining High Brush, and this is just nice because it has an angled edge to it. I'm going to take that white shadow again and just pat it into the brow bone area. I try to separate keep the two colors separated first when I'm doing this, just because I think it creates a really nice dimension. I'm just going to make it really stand out. Had a bunch of shadow there, and I'm going to do this to the other side as well. Now take your fingers and gently kind of pat and blend the two colors together. I find that this is better than using a brush because it just blends well without mixing the two colors too much or getting rid of one color and having to reapply it. It just works a lot better. And it's just going to soften the look a bit. Next, I'm going to just fill in my brows here. I use the e.l.f. small angled brush for this, and you can just find any like brown eyeshadow or anything that matches the color of your eyebrows and just fill them in. I've started to do this with all of my looks just because I feel like I used to hate it, but now I feel like it really just helps your eyes to stand out a little bit more. So now I'm going to just take any black liner and line your waterline, your lower lash line, and I'm just going to take that halfway and meet it up with the white shadow we applied on the bottom. And I'm going to line my upper lash line underneath the lashes as well. Reason for this being we want our lashes to look full and big, and this is going to help open up our eyes and make us look more awake. The next thing I'm going to do is just take some mascara, any kind will work, and I'm going to apply this to my lashes. The bigger the lashes, the better, just because they will open up your eyes, especially when I'm about to curl them in a little bit. Curling is very, very crucial, as it makes you look much, much more awake, even if you didn't apply any white eyeshadow to anywhere. It will still help you to do that. So I'm just going to take that curler and I'm going to curl. Sometimes I pump my curler, like open and close it a little bit, just like I'm doing here, just because sometimes the lashes like to stick to the curler, and it helps a little bit. Sometimes I feel like it Just helps to curl my lashes better, just depending on the kind of day my lashes are having. There we go. I'm going to take my e.l.f. lipstick in Nostalgic. The camera doesn't focus very well, but nope, not focusing. But it's in the color Nostalgic, and you can't necessarily tell on camera, but it's this really gorgeous nude color. And when I apply it on my lips, it's not going to show up as well. When I show photos at the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to see the true color of the lipstick. The lighting here is a little bit off, so the lipstick doesn't totally show on camera. And yeah, so that is the look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.